What if the thing standing between you and greatness isn't your work ethic, talent, or pain tolerance, but your attachment to who you already are? Bulldog wraps itself within a sport with the goal of producing the best striker Japan has ever seen. But the real competition isn't on the field, it's internal, and it challenges you with a thought so ruthless that you begin to question it. The version of you that exists right now is not good enough, and the only way to become someone who is to stop protecting who you were. Isagi doesn't arrive at Blue Lock as a villain. That's exactly the point. He's considerate, he passes when he's meant to shoot, and he shrinks in the moments that demand expansion. He plays small because somewhere along the way he decided that taking up too much space was selfish. And in the language of Blue Lock, that instinct, that decency, is the enemy. Ego's philosophy isn't about working harder or suffering more. It's about something more unsettling than either of those things. It's about detachment. Specifically, detachment from any fixed image of yourself, because the moment you become attached to who you are, you stop being able to become someone you need to be. Blue Light doesn't want you to hate yourself, it wants you to be unattached from yourself, willing to shed any version of you that isn't winning, willing to look at your own identity the same way a snake looks at its own skin, something to leave behind without ceremony, without grief, and without looking back. That's what makes it so different from any other story about ambition. Most stories say, push through the pain and you'll find a better version of yourself waiting on the other side. Blue Lock says there is no waiting. You need to dismantle the current version of yourself right now and build something sharper in its place. Over and over, as many times as it takes. And the tool for that is ego. Not arrogance, but something way more precise than that. A weaponized belief in your own personal ceilingless potential. Something sharp enough to cut through any form of hesitation, fear, and every moment of caring too much about what others think, feel, or need from you. That's the transaction Blue Lock offers. Not pain for greatness, not isolation for greatness. Self for self. The person you are in exchange for someone capable of winning. You watch it happen to Isagi in real time. The calculations that used to feel cold start feeling natural. The moments where he used to hesitate, he now moves. The guilt he used to carry about wanting more, it doesn't disappear. It just stops mattering as much. And then slowly, it stops mattering at all. Blue Lock calls that growth, and it's hard to deny because the results are real. The football's better, the player's better, and something undeniable has been unlocked. But something is also left behind, something that does not show up in the stats. If a film like Whiplash asks you to give up your peace, your relationships, and your life outside of greatness, Blue Lock asks you to give up yourself. Not the things surrounding who you are, but underneath it. The attachment to any fixed identity, the need to be recognizable to yourself. And Isagi makes that decision consciously, deliberately, without hesitation, not as a final resort, but as a first move.